Beep. Hello. I speak English. What do you speak? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Well, waiting for people to join again. Whoever is viewing, I'm sure you know I've got a new motorcycle. It's in a few pieces at the moment. And I haven't even rode it. I have not rode it. Look, we have a viewer. Hello, viewer. Come join the hangout. Hello, Nev.
Howdy, man. Do you think the novelty of hangouts is wearing off?
People come, people don't come. It's pretty random. Yeah. I'm the only one that's always here, that's for sure. So my bike's in a couple of pieces. Taking it apart.
Your bike?
Yeah.
What have you fitted so far?
Battery tender.
The battery tender?
Yeah, the cable. And I've fitted some grip tape to the brake lever, foot brake.
Okay.
Yeah, I've started to take all the fairings off to do the indicators.
Uh-huh.
I've ordered what's it called? Indicator thing?
Flasher unit.
Yeah, the unit thing, yeah.
An LED flasher unit.
Yeah. So I'll just install the indicators straight to the wiring for now, because I don't need to ride it anyway until the flash thing comes in. Yeah, I've actually only got a few days, eh? I've only got tomorrow and Tuesday night to do everything. I haven't really started. I haven't made a list of things to do.
Well, why is that? Why have you only got until then?
Because I've got to take the bike to get the paint protection put on Wednesday.
The paint protection, so you want to get everything installed before then?
Yep.
Is there a reason why?
Well, he coats everything. He coats plastic.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've got to get the indicators on so I can coat them.
Okay.
For example. Probably the grips probably isn't a priority, but I might as well do it though.
I've never really heard of that before, but anyway.
Yeah. He's coating the whole engine and the wheels and everything.
Oh, the engine as well. Interesting.
Yeah, keep it clean. There's a link there, Nev, to the paint protection stuff.
I think it's a bit late, me doing my bite now.
Well, basically they would polish it up first. You know, take the scratches if there's scratches on it in the paint, and then they still do the same thing. They still apply it. And it would basically make cleaning a lot easier.
Yep.
Is the idea.
Yeah. Include. Jesus, I just saw the price.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been quoted $800.
Out of my reach at the moment.
Yeah.
Got too many other things I've got to pay for. Lawyers and Christ knows what, obviously. I've got to change the deed of the house over to me. I've never done any of this before, so.
Deed? What do you mean by deed?
Well, every house has a deed, doesn't it?
So your family owns the house, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
My mother owned the house.
Yep.
My internet. I put the electricity into my name. What else have I done? I don't know. I can't remember.
You've got to make a list and tick them off.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I've done, yeah.
Well, the phone's in my name now because it's all through Internode now. According to my little thing down here, it's let's have a look. Easy broadband 250, node line telephony. Maximum speed is 24 mbits a second. Excess costs, Neil. Excess shaping, yes. Excess capped, no. Uploading, metering, yes. $59.99 a month.
Yeah, I'm paying 65.
And of course, we don't have NBN here, do we? So
How much can you download? How many gigabytes?
250 gig. That's plenty for me. Plenty.
Yeah, I'm on 100.
Yeah. Well, I've got, relative to days left, I've got plus 25 gigabyte.
Per day.
No, well, I've got how much? Metered use remaining 245 gig for 27.2 days. So it's plenty for me.
Yeah, it sounds like 100 gig would be fine.
I used to be on 100, but
They changed the plans.
I changed it to 200, and then they gave me an extra 50 for some reason.
Well, you decided you needed more than 100 then?
Yeah, I did, because I was actually reaching the 100. Motorcyclist to four-wheel drive. A cyclist has been killed in a shocking crash south of Adelaide while riding with another man, believed to be his brother. The other one fled the scene or something.
Riding with a man.
Beg pardon?
Riding with a man.
Right, while riding with another man, believed to be his brother.
So what is it? Real story?
Beg pardon?
Is it real? Why is it only believed to be?
Well, I don't know. They haven't caught up with the other bloke yet, the cops.
Oh, the brother left.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the front page, Dodge. I'll put a link in. It's on the front page there. There's some pictures. They found the other bloke.
There's 2 bikes on the ground.
Yep. Yeah, the other one's a brother.
So what, they both hit the car?
Well, they might have. I think they were speeding.
Crashed? When one crashed into the back of a 4-drive.
Yeah.
Which had just turned onto the road. Okay. So yeah, might have been speeding. Or the car pulled out. It shouldn't have. Whichever. Why would he flee the scene? What a crazy person.
Well, the second rider suffered grazes and stayed at the scene for a few minutes before leaving on foot, saying he had to tell the partner of the other rider.
Oh, nearby then.
Apparently he was overtaking other cars or something. By the looks. A bit silly. And most likely speeding.
Think you've got what it takes to ride to live?
It says down the bottom it says that the car changed lanes. Not just pulled on the road. Whatever. You're watching the advertisement at the top?
Yes.
Every time you ride to leave. Think you've got what it takes to ride to leave. Every time you ride to leave.
The last one was a car.
You look back and spot the hazards ahead. How many did you see? Test your skills at ridetolive.com.au.
Huh?
A good driver is aware of what's on the road. Would you have seen the motorcyclist? Help motorcyclists ride to leave.
Car drivers don't give a rat's ass because they don't ride themselves. What's the weather tomorrow? In one word, showers. Tuesday, clearing shower. Maybe get some riding in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Less than 1 mil, 5%. That's all right. I might get the old beast out after all.
You see this video now?
Before I have to go into hospital.
Wow, have a look at this video. It's number 2 on trending on YouTube.
Angry pedestrian gets instant karma. Oh, yeah. Yes.
That's here. How long is it?
That's here in Adelaide too, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is Alan. But it's a viral video. Where the guy recorded it might have thousands of dollars in his pocket.
Well, he's got what, 4,000, nearly 5 grand.
5 million views, yeah.
That's right. Mind you, I got my ad blocker on, so I might not count. Ah, dear, I don't know. stay tuned. I'm going to post an Instagram picture tomorrow, Dodge. But I'm not going to say what it's about yet.
You're already preparing it.
Huh?
You've already got it prepared.
No, I haven't got it prepared yet, but it will be. They're still raving over how your van helped so much.
Oh, yeah.
Because they it started raining about 4 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and because of your van, I had most of it there. A huge proportion of it there.
How about the trailer?
That trailer was a little bit on the small side. It helped, but he did have another bigger trailer, but it wasn't available or something. Or he didn't have the right car to pull that one or something. I don't know. Something to that effect.
Wasn't it all done with just 2 trailer loads?
No. No, there was a bit more than that, because that was only one of the houses that had to be done. The other one
No.
was the big bloke's one, John's, but he didn't have as much as Daniel had. And he'd been taking stuff over there all last week. And he doesn't have to get out fully for another week and a half, whereas Daniel had to be out this weekend.
So where did all these people come from?
Where did all the people come from? Friends and that? Well, I asked Chris if he'd help because he's got a reasonable car, and I thought, well, I'll ask you if you can help, and you did, so that was great. I'm trying to find some connectors that I can use for the 800 milliamp hour battery, Dodge, because I don't want to cut the connector off the 600 milliamp hour one. I'm going to try and find a connector that I can use with the 800 and have a go at putting that one in myself, see if it fits or not in the Center 20S.
Why don't you just use the connectors that came with? Why do you need another connector?
Hey?
Why do you need another connector?
Well, you got to connect. You got to cut the connector off.
Yeah.
And put it on the new battery.
Yeah.
And it's soldered, so I don't want to recut it again.
Couldn't you extend it? Anyway, the main thing you should do is just test if it fits, and then determine if you want to use it, and then you could cut it.
Well, that's true. I never thought of that.
Because if it fits and you want to use it, you might as well. There's no point having 2 that you can plug in.
No, if the 800 works, I'm going to keep that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you won't need the connector on the other one.
That's probably true.
You're just going to hot swap it.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's an idea too, I suppose. The other one can be a spare. But I've ordered some, maybe some 2-pin connectors that'll fit. I don't know yet. I'm in eBay at the moment, and I've purchased, I don't know how many you get. Let's see if I can find anything that tells me how many I get. Product description. 20 piece. Oh, didn't know you got the female one as well. It's only $5. Male connector with cable by 20 pieces. Right angle female connector by 20 pieces. Not that I need the, I only need the other one. But I will give you one anyway, just in case you ever need one. That's if they fit, of course. Where's that coming from? China. So that'll be about another 3 weeks away at least. Very quiet in here tonight.
Mhm.
You're going to get braided lines, or are they already braided?
I do have a link to buy some,
Mhm.
and for the ABS version of the bike, so it'll fit. I think I'll show you what the price is. But no, I'm not rushing into brake lines.
No.
So it's $365,
Yeah, they're not cheap.
and I could pick a color.
I've sort of hummed and hawed about it for my bike, but I probably won't be able to get any until I get a pension. That's if I'm still riding then.
Oh, what are you living off? Savings?
Well, at the moment I am, basically. But that's not going to last another 5 years, Dodge.
No.
I
Wouldn't
can't
mind.
retire. I can't get an old age pension until I'm 66 and a half. And I've got no super.
Yeah, my savings will last 2 years.
So I'm going to have to apply for New Start, which I have done. $89. It looks like. It looks like it's well used and used well. That oil cooler looks worse than what's on my bike now. Interesting. Left switch gear. Ah. A Bagster. Always wanted one of them too, Dodge. A Bagster tank cover. But they're not exactly. Yeah, it's like a leather cover over your tank.
Why?
Well, it just protects it, and you can put other things on it. You can clip other bags on it. Stuff like that. But they've always been a bit expensive. Gee, that's a cheap chain. I wouldn't buy it because they don't last long. That's cheap.
Did you see Mr. Enduro is moving to Tasmania?
Yeah, what a joke.
Why?
You won't get too much fucking riding there, mate. It's too fucking cold and wet and horrible. Unless you've got a boat.
Why does everyone want to go there then?
I don't
Summertime,
know.
right?
Well, it'd be right in summer, but in the winter time, it's fucking shit.
Well, that's where he moved here from.
Did he? So he's going back.
Yeah. I assume family movie or something, right? We're just following, I suppose.
I mean, I'd like to go over there in the summer, but not in the winter.
Better save up, then we can go.
Yeah, it might take a while on $250 a week.
Yeah, that's all right.
What size chain does your bike take? 530?
Where would I see that? In the book?
Possible. I would say it would be a 530 because it's an 850.
How else would you know if not in the book? Yeah.
Well, it's written on the chain as well, but it's hard to see. It is hard to see though. But I'd say it's a... MP09 chain. Oh, that's not what I look for. Chain adjusters. You can get chain adjusters for your bike. Some fancy chain adjusters. That's interesting. They're not cheap though. They're from about $53 upwards.
How does that help anything?
Big pardon?
How does that help anything?
Just bling.
You know,
It's just bling basically.
I don't need things.
It could be a 525. I'm not sure. That's interesting. I think it's a 525.
Well, I can't see anything in the book. Who's here?
Probably on Google somewhere.
Drivetrain. Drivetrain? No, it's gears.
Ah, full face is in here.
All faces in there.
What's going on?
Oh, wait.
Well, I've seen the MT-09 in the flesh.
Yeah, converted.
Oh, it's very nice, very nice.
You can get one.
It might take me about 100 years.
It's about the same price new, though.
I'd get one full face if I won the lotto as a second buy. That is for sure. Just to hoon around on. A 61-year-old hoon.
You've got Instagram, don't you, Nev?
Yeah, I do actually. I haven't posted much, but I'm going to post a picture tomorrow. But I'm not saying anything else apart from I'm posting one tomorrow.
Have you got your phone there?
Have I got my phone there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you posted an Instagram picture?
I have not.
Okay. I intend on posting one tomorrow.
Should it say in the menu if what the change size is full face?
Full face it no.
It should say.
Yeah.
Is it a 525?
Or
Or a
yeah. I think they're just a 525 on the MT-09, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think they're the big dogs. They're only the big one, the 530s on the R1 and like a couple other later bikes like that.
Yep.
Oh, I don't see it in the book. Right.
Well, I'm pretty sure Dodge, it's a 525, so.
I have no idea what that means anyway.
I'm sure full face would be able to tell you.
It's just the size and pitch of the chain.
So the millimeters.
The length between the teeth, yeah. And there's the girth of it, something.
I did see your office full face too.
Yeah.
I saw that picture. I cooked a roast lamb Dodge tonight in my new cooker.
Did you catch it first?
Huh?
catch the lamb?
No, I didn't. No. But I tell you what, I'm not joking. It was the nicest bit of roast lamb I've had that I can remember. This thing cooked it to perfection. I'll see if I can find a picture of it.
Of your lamb?
No, not the lamb.
Have a look at your Instagram, Nev.
Right.
This must be a secret image, I think.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is.
I appreciate you not saying anything there.
Right, where's my dog and bone?
Yeah, it's busy.
It's charging up, but it's charged. Right, so the West Coast budgies got done. If anyone's interested. That surprised me a little bit. But... Right, now, Instagram. There it is. New. Right, there's one up there. Sent message. Ah, okay.
Picture.
Ah, very nice. That must have been my like.
Was it?
Yeah.
You get notification for likes.
Mm-hmm. Very nice indeed. Is it yours?
Yeah.
Excellent. Did you see the convection oven I got, Dodge?
See that hat too, Nev?
The hat?
Yeah.
Did
On
you
the
see?
back? The
Oh,
hat. The hat.
On
the
the,
hat. The hat on the back is wind tunnel tested to 250 kilometers.
okay. That's all right. I wouldn't go that fast, but
I did say wind tunnel.
oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm not with it at the moment. Got a lot on my mind at the moment. I'm making a lot of mistakes at the moment.
I haven't seen any convection ovens.
What? You didn't click on the
Oh, well, good.
on the side there? Boy, do they cook a mean roast. They really cook a mean roast.
Is that your secret then? Is it
That's the secret weapon. The Highlander digital convection oven 17 litre. It roasts a wicked chicken and nice pork, and the roast lamb was just to die for. It was lovely.
It's got tempered glass so you can watch as it cooks, it says.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I just had a steak sandwich from the pub. That'll do me.
I haven't had a steak sandwich for a while.
Fuck, it was good.
I tell you what, I cooked me steak in it the other night, and it was nice as well. But you're a vegetarian, aren't you, Dodge?
No.
Chicken and rice. And meat pie.
Oh, I had meat pie today.
Mm.
Yeah, he does. He eat meat pies. Yeah. It heats up a wicked pizza too. Does a good job of them as well. And you don't get them from online. You get them from Cheapest Chips, Dodge. And they're not $79. They're $59 at Cheapest Chips. The same thing. My cousin's been looking around for a dog. I think I can hear your dog in the background.
Yeah.
And he reckons he wants a small dog. But he says, do you think you can get a small dog under $1,000?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes, you can.
Well, he hasn't been able to find one.
Well, my parents were selling Jack Russells for $700.
What were they?
Jack Russells?
Jack Russell. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Jack Russell. They're good little dogs. When's the next litter?
I don't know. I think my mum's thinking about finding a male to breed with a female.
All right. Let me know when it happens.
All right.
He might be interested in a Jack Russell. He wants a walking partner.
Well, it takes a while for it to grow up
Mm-hmm.
to be able to walk it.
You can't get them at the pound because you got to be there at the time that the pound gets them
Why?
because they're
go
scooped
quick.
up. They're scooped up pretty quick, little dogs.
To put in the convection ovens.
Well, they might do that in Korea.
So have you had a ride on the MT09, Kev? Nev, sorry.
No, not as
Oh,
yet.
I haven't even.
Dodge hasn't even ridden it yet.
Still haven't ridden it.
The weather's
it's,
feral.
it's in parts now, so
I even pushed my bike out today and had a ride.
Well, I saw the weather over
I
there.
put up some gravel roads. I wasn't happy about it, I tell you now.
No.
I got home about 20 minutes before sunset. I'm like, oh, no, I feel like I'm rushing too much to get it off the stands and get ready to go and then go out.
But we
Too
have
much
got
of a rush.
we have got some fair weather coming up. Full face.
Yeah, next weekend or towards the end of the week.
So what's the running in on these full face? What's the running in procedure?
On mine,
Yeah.
the book says, what does full face say?
Go on then.
You don't know.
No, I'll give it to you. I'll give it straight from the book just to be sure. It says there is never a more important period in the life of your engine than the period between 0 to 1,600 kilometers.
1,600.
That's what it says. Pretty funny.
Mhm.
That's 1,000 miles.
Yeah,
Yep.
1,000 miles. For this reason, you should read the following material carefully. Since the engine is brand new, do not put excessive load on it for the first 1,600 kilometers. At various parts. Retweet. More specific here. Avoid prolonged operation above 5,600 RPM
Well, that's all right.
in the first 1,000 kilometers.
I rarely get my bike over 5,000 or 6,000 anyway.
And then it says oil must be changed in 1,000 kilometers. And then
1,000.
it says that, yeah, 1,000. And then 1,000 to 1,600 kilometers. Avoid prolonged operation above 6,800 RPM.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the way up to 1,600 kilometers. Another 600 kilometers of still babying it.
Well, I wouldn't call it babying it.
Well,
It's still fair.
just not prolonged. It's just not prolonged operation. I'll still go above that, but not prolonged, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've run in a fair few different race engines of different kinds. Normal engines, race engines, little engines, all sorts of shit. The most important thing to do is to vary the revs and get some heat ranges through it. So start it up, let it idle up to temperature, turn it off, let it cool down, would be my very first thing. 2, take it for a ride, get it nice and warm, vary the revs, don't sit on one rev for a long time. Take it back home, let it cool down, go out again, warm it up, do that for like a tank, then just ride it normally. Don't fucking rev the piss out of it, but don't sit at one rev. Like, try not to do, like, go at 110 for fucking 100 Ks.
Uh-huh.
Just vary the revs all the time. And then once you're up close to like 600 Ks, you can pretty much treat it like you normally would. But I like to be just a little bit careful of, obviously, like, again, holding it at one rev and just vary the heat cycles a bit. But closer to 1,000 Ks and you're pretty much done, man. Once you change the oil, you're pretty much good to go, because the oil that comes out in the bikes are a mineral-based oil that's there to help the rings bed in and
Yep.
things get the correct wear into them before you start ragging on it. But yeah,
Well, what oil would you recommend?
number one thing in my book is to give it heat cycles, to warm it up and cool it down, warm it up and cool it down. That's what beds in all of the bearings, gaskets, seals, everything like that. It gets it right up to its correct sort of stickiness and heat, that sort of stuff. And it beds everything in right.
Dodge could go out there now and start it up and warm it up and let it cool down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll get a brief in my garage and I'll die.
I meant to ask you the other day, Dodge, have they fixed your house yet?
Nope.
No.
Nope. So what has it been? Two Wednesdays of the guy said he'll come and have a look.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't come.
I'd make the bloke who crashed into it fix it.
Oh. No.
Or I'll just call your insurance agency up and say, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, they are taking their time a bit.
Well, they pass it off to the next person passes the next person, next person passes the next person, and this is the person we're dealing with.
Yeah, but they're your insurance agency. You just ring them. You don't have to fucking deal with it. You just ring them and say, look, nothing still hasn't happened with it. I'm not very happy here. I don't pay you to fucking sit around and think about it. Hurry up and fucking fix the fucking house. Otherwise, I'll change companies. You watch how fast something gets happened about them when you threaten to fucking move or take your money elsewhere.
Well, you can't change until they fixed it then. Otherwise, it won't get fixed because it's insured through them. And the service intervals are 10,000 kilometers.
Only 10,000.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah, it is
Same for
fairly
me.
high. And what oil would you use after the mineral?
Oh, I'm a big fan of high quality oils. So in all my bikes, even my Ninja 250, I run 300V, which is a fully synthetic ester based oil, 10W40. But anything that's full synthetic would be preferable.
I would run what the dealer puts in it.
Not too slippery for the clutch.
No, made for it.
You know what I use in my bike? I use Castrol 14.
Yeah.
Seems to like it.
Yeah, the bike, well, not so much the bigger bikes, but especially smaller bikes have a very small quantity of oil that has to do a lot of work.
Uh-huh.
So a higher grade oil is going to stay better for longer, do its job better for longer, and cope with those a lot more intense situations. Like obviously a car, you're sitting on 2,000 or 3,000 RPM for most of the time. You're not really putting any load on it unless it's a high performance car. Whereas a bike, it's only got like 1 or 2 liters of oil, and that's got to cool, lubricate, and keep everything safe. You know what I mean, in the engine as well. So it does a lot more work than in a car, and a lot higher RPM, and has a lot more load on the oil itself. Therefore, you generally run a lot higher quality oil in a higher revving engine.
Well, I wouldn't be in control of what oil goes in the bike
And why not?
because I'd get it serviced.
You can still tell them what oil you want to put in the bike.
Is it fixed price servicing, Dodge?
No, not that I know.
No.
Probably like $500 servicing.
It'll be
Yeah.
about $300. First service would be like 170, 180. Ones after that be like 300. Yeah, we get lots of customers coming in and go, oh, I don't want to use Yamalube or whatever. I want, Motional. And if we've got it, we can get it in, and it's viable, then we'll do it for them. Obviously, they get charged for whatever it is, but we've got any more bits lately, Dodge? Anything arrived for it?
No, they're just the tank groups that came Friday. But I do have things arriving maybe Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
All right.
I don't know what they are, but I've got the tracking and it says
Stuff.
yeah, it says some package.
Mm. When are you going to make a video, Dodge? After you get it back from the paint protection?
A video on the bike. I don't know. Not got no time. I've literally got 2 more nights to put everything on.
To what?
I've got 2 nights to put everything on before Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I hope it's worth it.
Hopefully I like the mic, eh? I adjusted the levers, the pedals, gear lever, rear brake.
Okay.
Yeah, send your video.
Yeah, I did. You seen the one of the stand going down?
Yeah.
All I seen was a stand going up and down, and I'm like, why are you? What is this?
Oh, it's bumping the gear lever.
I couldn't tell that from the video.
Oh, I'll have another look.
At least it wasn't blatantly obvious, and it was one of those videos that wouldn't let me replay it, so I could only seen it once.
I don't know. I said it's the second one that you can replay. It's on there. But yeah, the rubber bit that's covering the spring is now rubbing on the gear lever when it goes up. And yeah, see how it hits it? I'm just watching the video now. And then it also hits it when I move the lever downwards, which is also in that video. But that is only rubber. It is only hitting the rubber part, so that's okay, I suppose. But when I do an actual shift down, it goes further, and I think it hits metal on metal. Where the lever actually hits the metal part. Where the spring joins onto the kickstand. The lever actually hits metal on metal when I do an actual shift down. Not when I just push down a bit. So I was just showing you whether that's an issue. I don't know, but that's where I've adjusted the levers to. I don't really want it any higher. It definitely seems unusually low compared to anyone else's adjustment. Well, I've already known that from my other bike when I adjusted that heaps low. I'll send the video to you. Is it a disaster? You see the video now? You understand it?
Yeah, now I see it.
So as long as shifting down a gear doesn't cut the engine by bumping. No, I wouldn't do it. See, because you could see when I move the kickstands, how there's that button there, and it has to go down a fair ways before it hits that button to notify the whatever that it's down. So I wouldn't cut the engine even if it bumped a little bit on a downshift.
That's pretty fucking shit, but you could fix that with a different spring. But still.
Oh, it's craziness. Obviously, my other bike doesn't have it miles away.
Yeah.
That kickstand's miles away.
It's a pretty basic thing, really.
But this one, yeah. I mean, most people wouldn't run into this issue because they wouldn't adjust it so low. But oh, well, at least there's a bit of rubber there. And I'll see, it's simple parts if it needs replacing eventually. Keep an eye on it, see if it starts cutting a hole in the lever. Something. But it's good to have comfy positions for your levers. Not sure about moving the hand levers and the handlebars. Obviously, I've never done that before. I don't know what would feel good or not feel good. I don't know. Sort of something I just leave alone, really. Did you say you adjusted yours for us?
My levers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved them down more when I got, I don't know, the other dude fucking adjusted them for him or whatever, but they were so far up that it bent my wrist. And especially when you come back hard on the brakes and you lean forward more, it pushes more and more pressure on your wrist, and it was almost losing braking control. So I rolled them forward like 5 degrees or whatever, down, and now when you're like in the attack position, you're like perfect, and it doesn't hurt your wrists as much, or at all really anymore. But the brake lever still annoys me because the more you roll it down, the pointier it is on the edge of the thing, if you know what I mean. It's hard to explain, but yeah, the quicker I get rid of that brake lever, the better.
Roll it down. What do you mean? Foot brake, handbrake?
No, yeah.
Front
Hand levers.
Front brake lever's pointy.
Yeah, it's like hell square edged, if you know what I mean. So if you roll it down, you're not grabbing the edge so much, you're grabbing the corner. Do you know what I mean?
So it's like flat on the top and then a flat front on it, you're saying?
Yeah. It's like a square with like a real rolled edge sort of thing. But because you're pointing it down, you're grabbing the corner, not the edge.
Oh, so it's because you've adjusted them, you're saying?
Well, sort of, but it shouldn't matter. Do you know what I mean? I just don't like the feeling of the brake levers. And they're too thick, like I said before. It's in the place where I really like them. If you pull them in hard, they hit your other fingers. Because I have 2-finger brake. So one, they're either, it's like they're like 3 fingers, which I just need a 2-finger lever. And then 2, it's too thick. Because when I do hit it with 2 fingers, it hits the 3rd finger and can't go in as far as it really possibly could. Therefore, I'm not getting as much brake pressure as I could in the position that I like it. And 3, when you adjust it to the position that I like it, as in rolling it forward, it's more awkward to grab because of the shape of the lever. It's not smooth like a normal lever. It's round, it's squared.
Or
So
you could raise them up to.
there's nothing about those
to-
levers that I like besides the look of them. They don't look too bad. And the actual, the way the adjustment lever works. Most of the other ones that I do like have got that round, like spinning lever. And I like the 6 position one that just slides across. It's easy to adjust on the go with gloves on. Whereas I don't see the other one being as easy to adjust on the go. Not that
Should be
you
set
have
and
to fuck
forget.
with. Yeah, well, it should be, but obviously when you first get them, it's easy to ride around and just go tick, tick, tick. No, don't like it there. Tick, no, no, tick, tick. Yeah, that's right. And you can do it all in 10 seconds, whereas you're going to have to keep stopping and feeling it and stopping and feeling it, adjusting it. Not the end of the world, but not as easy as the other ones, especially if someone else jumps on the bike and they can quickly go click, click. I was talking to my suspension dude the other day, and he reckons he doesn't have the lift for that sort of bike, so it's going to be harder for him to do. So he said if I get the springs and get the springs put in, he'll do all the rest of it and get it all valve right and all that sort of stuff. But it's a pain in the ass to him to pull the shocks out and shit. And then he's like, "Oh, once you get that done, we'll go out for a ride and I'll adjust it. All the clickers, we'll get them adjusted together." So I can still sort of get it done, but I'd rather get. I still have to get someone really to take it apart and do it. Which will either be my shop or Russell Speaks at Dyno Time. And even one of the racers for our shop, he used to be a pretty decent road racer, and his dad used to be like a really, really good road racer. Recommended Speaks as well. And I recommended him to a mate who lived up in Perth one time, and he loved his suspension, so might inquire.
Well, I mentioned just suspension adjustment to the salespeople, and he said, just ride it around for the first 1,000 k's, and then so everything settles in. Right?
Well,
Obviously,
yeah, because your brand new suspension will wear in a little bit as well. Brand spanking new suspension is a tiny bit stiff, and then it wears in after a.
Yeah, I'm like sitting on it, and it doesn't go down at all.
Have you seen that one, Dodge? One I just posted a second ago, under the convention oven. You seen that one before?
No, down.
Doesn't look familiar. Where's the? Oh yes, yeah, we saw that the other week. But yeah, that video's stolen off Instagram. Definitely looks stolen because it's very rocky. a second, it goes longer. This video goes longer than the intro. Yeah. It's actually walking around. What are you saying? Check out that channel's other videos, don't you?
How much is the speedo healer dodge?
Just turn the computer off. 115 maybe.
I'm tempted to throw a different sprocket on the rear just to play around a bit. It'd be nice to have one to.
You want to be able to pop wheelies in the car park?
Not so much.
Oh, the battery charger says it's charged now, so that's good. Obviously, I can't charge it by using it.
What was that?
Hmm?
What's this? What are you talking about?
My bike.
Oh,
I put it on the battery charger.
yeah.
I attached a cable to it. Because I realised I had two. I realised I had a spare one, so I was looking at buying a cable. I'm like, oh wait, I've got one. But I've only got one charger though. Not that I need two chargers.
Don't come to me for backup. No. Get down. Your face there like a man dog. No. Bloody girl you are.
Torque wrench seems pretty straightforward. I tested it on my 150's axle.
Yeah.
There's definitely a click, but it also, sort of like releases, like it passes a point, and click and move suddenly. Which is a bit weird. So I was taking the bar ends off, and they got a bit of weight to them. So they're weighted bar ends. So I could save weight by removing the bar ends. What's that? What a great idea. Oh, I took these balls off the 150 and screwed them into the new bike. And yeah, I noticed they were scratched up a bit, as you were saying.
Yeah.
But you don't see it because it's on the bottom.
Yeah, it depends how much you throw your bike on the stand, I guess. Because they should be loose and roll around. They shouldn't be stiff.
Oh. How's that going? What, you have to put thread locker on it and not tighten it?
Well, mine are on like a spinner thing. You can screw it in and then it's got like a spacer. So you screw it up to the spacer and it still spins. You know what I mean?
Oh, mine didn't. Mine didn't do that.
I was told to not have them like screw them all the way in, but leave them like a little bit loose so they spin.
I don't think it makes a difference. I wouldn't want something rattling around.
They don't rattle, but they also don't grab on the stand when you try and lift it up and chew the bottom out real fast. But it still does mark them a little bit.
So how do you know when to use thread locker and when to use anti-seize?
Anti-seize like used more on like I don't know, more like diesel shit that's gonna sit there and get real tight over time. Thread locker you do on bolts that are more likely to come loose and rattle. So like all stuff that goes into like aluminium, like seat bolts and bits and pieces and stuff like that.
So should
Chuck 'em off. A
should
dab
I
off.
put thread locker on the?
Any foot peg bolts or anything like that. All those mounting bolts should all take that.
What about the bar ends? I took them off. I'm not sure if they had anything on there. Obviously, not thread locker. Can you smell anti-seize? Is that what it's got on it?
Sort of. It's like a paste. It's like silvery grease.
Oh, so I would be able to see it then.
Yeah.
No, didn't see it.
Looks like silver toothpaste.
Mm. Apparently, you have to put anti-seize on the engine bolts.
Yeah, because they get hot.
Mm.
Stuff that gets hot and cools down all the time fucking will end up seizing in there, and things that rattle
Oh,
again.
so you put anti-seize on the exhaust bolts.
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt. Depending on where it is, if it's a mounting bolt or if it's like a exhaust bolt that goes into the head. The one that goes into the head, you probably would. The one that's a mounting bolt, you'd probably put thread locker on it.
The shops seem to have two different types of anti-seize. One said it was a grease and the other said lubricant or something. I thought grease sounds weird. I'll get the other one. I'll get the one that says lubricant, anti-seize lubricant.
Probably both the same thing once you look at it.
I didn't bother asking. I just, grease sounds weird. Oh, put grease everywhere. What the anti-seize? I managed to put the battery tender cable onto the battery without disconnecting any wires. I think I managed to keep everything because I turned the bike on, the clock still works. So I must have managed to do it without disconnecting from the battery.
Well, it has a little bit of residual in it anyway. It's not going to like lose its memory the instant you take it off. It takes a couple of seconds, maybe 10 seconds or something like that. You know what I mean? If you take it off really quickly and put it back on, you're probably not going to lose your clock. But if you take it off, dick around for a minute, and put it back on, then yeah, you're probably good.
The heated grips says more in instructions and what it comes with. It shows that it just connects to the battery.
Yep.
I thought there was a cable under the tank or something somewhere where you plug it into that.
No.
No, I'm sure I read or heard or something that this one does. So I'll probably look for the cable. Might as well look for it. I mean, I have to take the tank off anyway to route the cable under it.
When I ran my power socket, I didn't even have to do that. I just took the seat off and then poked it down through the thing, and then you could get your hand down the side, just run it alongside the bearings where the indicator wires went, and there's cable tied it to the indicator wires.
Yeah,
Right?
this is a naked, right?
Yeah, I know, but still should be able to get
You
under
can't
the
get to the indicated wires without going under the tank. But I had a good look. Had a good look around the place where the wires are going and where I can put obviously the battery tender wire to come out.
Racing motorcycles is not, I mean, it's a way of life. It's what I know, it's what I've always done.
So I was looking under the seat, but where the wheel is underneath, from underneath. There's like a heat sink there to cool the fuses.
Got a rectifier.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
Is there a plug going in on one side and a plug going out on the other side? Or like two wires? A bunch of wires.
I don't think anything went into it. But there's just a heat sink there.
Rectifier.
But there's a heat sink. And it's like a gap in the plastic so that the water, if you're flicking water up, can go to the heat sink. Weird.
Google regulator rectifier, and I guarantee you, you're like, oh yeah, that does look like it.
And I see the ABS unit there in front of the battery.
Where it all began 30 years ago. Welcome to Donington Park, the historic home of world.
Why would you want that?
Oh, it's there. So I know how to get rid of it now.
I can guarantee we're going to have at least a couple more Brits up there fighting.
But if the bike didn't, but if you had a non-ABS version, it would have like a massive gap there. There's nothing there. If there's no ABS unit.
Did you order the Braiders lines yet?
No, it's almost $400.
Sorry?
It's almost $400. What would I do with it? I'm not gonna muck around.
What?
I don't think I'd be bothered playing Blake Fluid. I'll let the shop lead the brakes.
You prefer to have shitty brakes?
Yeah.
Down to the Foggy X's. We come to the final sector. Through Melbourne Hampton and through what I was expecting big moves there this weekend from a number of different riders. But in 2016 it was Tom Sykes who did the double.
So you reckon the ABS kit will come with like every bit of rubber replacement?
Yeah. Everything you need to do it.
Because I can see
brake fluid itself.
I can see that there's a rubber bit going from the rear brake, obviously near where I press it, going to some metal part, or what am I doing? Metal, whatever. It's going somewhere, and there's a bit of rubber there. Maybe even just 10 centimeters of rubber brake line. And then next to it is the actual brake line, the rubber brake line that goes to the rear brake. Obviously, between that is going to be the ABS unit. But you reckon it will replace even that bit there going from the initial? Not
Should
just
replace every rubber part that fucking is in the brake line and make it stainless steel. Takes all flex out of it and makes it more, gives you like 40% more feel.
So it'll probably come in like 4 different lines, 4
Yeah, that's probably why it's
4 or
so
5 different pieces of line.
just having fucking 2 pieces. It's got fucking 15. You silly ABS. But like I said, by far the best mod you can do for feel.
Yeah, I'm keen. I'm just not spending money yet. I think Got to prioritize the radiator guard.
Legend, MotoGP, MotoGP. See that familiar, that start and strike. And of course, the World SBK Paddock will pay tribute tomorrow with a minute side before the start of race one for the You see the racing paddock gearing up for the start of free practice one here as well. And great weather here at Donington Park. Quite surprised for someone who's coming here this weekend, Harry, but about 20 degrees here first thing in the morning, and it's ideal track conditions for Donington Park. But a few changes to the track for this year that we've had. A couple of bits of researching, down through Hollywood Trainer and then toward the old packing. We've had some new tarmac laid down. We've also got some new tarmac just through the Red Gate corner. So certainly we saw another domestic change earlier in the year that new tarmac has caused one or two issues. It now does seem, especially through the right handers and trainers, that it is a bit more bumpy than it was before. So we're definitely going to have to watch out, especially this section. Get to grips with that concern. You could see all people joining the training club. Yeah, and this weekend, of course, we do have one fighter that knows the trainer club better than anyone on the planet. Leon Hassan, who is a wild card as well as Kawasaki. The Kawasaki has gone for the race. We don't need to step on there. Donovan continues to lead the championship. But it's going to be on the pressure this weekend. Yeah, certainly, his teammates come 8 races in a row.
The speedo healer is going to be fun to install. Look for the speedo coupler.
Main goal this year, try and beat sites right here.
Is it just plug and play, or do you have to wire shit in?
Depends on what bike it is. You can check the website. Depending on what bike. Yeah. Some bikes are plug and play, yes. Well, mine comes with a universal kit. Where you have to wire it in yourself.
Is it a Guy Pro?
What a go.
Your Tech?
Real Tech.
No, Heel. Heal Tech.
Real Tech. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to get.
It's the same as mine.
Was yours plug and play, Nev?
Pretty much, yeah.
How come you got one now?
Why did I get one? Because I changed my sprockets. But I really didn't have to get one because I went from 1545 to 1442. So basically,
Well, why did you change sprockets?
Because I got them cheap.
eBay.
Yeah, I think it was. But I'm on my standard at the moment, the 1545. I went back to standard.
Did you have to readjust the healer?
No, I didn't, because it's still the same ratio, 3-to-1. And it's not taken off the wheel; it's taken off the front sprocket, I think, on my bike. It's just that when I'm doing 60 kilometers an hour, I'm actually doing 60 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, that's why I want one. I want to do that too.
I have no doubt that that'll be shouldn't be too hard. I wouldn't think. That the harder one was the gear indicator on my bike. That had to hook in somewhere. I can't remember now. It's too long ago, but it hooks into the speedo healer as well as another part of the bike. I just can't remember. It was a long time ago when I got it.
It was in the instructions though.
Oh, I'm sure that there's somewhere on the net will tell you how to do it, so to speak.
very bike that he's racing now a couple of weeks ago. So he, I think, really dull and puts up a couple of drivers. Hasn't taken advantage of a lunch break hour during some track activity to get out initially on the Chevy bike. Weather wasn't great, but as you said, Harry, he's already raced here this year. Did come with BSB, and you actually did track time as well on the BSB track bike. Obviously, a different track from World SDK.
Well, guys, I'm going to go.
For
And watch some horrible telly.
the
And get up and take my Instagram photo tomorrow.
At sunrise.
No, not at sunrise. About 12:30 tomorrow. You'll just have to wait and see. Oh, dear.
Eye out for it.
So good evening, one and all, and have a good day tomorrow.
Have a good one.
All right. See ya.
See you, Dodge. See ya, Bullface.
See ya.
One of those hallmarks of World SBK, and if you remember back to the likes of 2001, when CBS turned up here and was able to break the outright lap record on the Superbike, faster than 500 that year. So that's what this championship has always been about. It's good to see the likes of Dixon taking that opportunity this record. That man there getting his start and goal Superbikes as a wild card when he was racing in the British Championship, of course. Sykes, the Donington dominator. He's going for 9 straight wins, potentially 10 straight wins here at the British circuit. Nobody has ever won 9 straight races at a single circuit before in World Superbike history. So the big weekend for Tom Sykes, with his usual relaxed self, but you have to guess that maybe there's a tiny bit of pressure on him. You know, a lot of people talking about those records, and the other big thing is he hasn't done any winning yet this season. So a lot of pressure on Sykes this weekend.
I'm making sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If I wasn't making sandwiches, I could be playing with the bike.
And it's been good to see how he deals with that. And one of the surprises of the year has been that we've seen Sykes get his elbows out, fight through the field, and be a lot more aggressive than what we've seen in the past. But he's going to need all that aggression here this weekend because he's going to be under pressure from Davis, Ray, and as we said, the likes of Lowe's on the Yamaha, Tommy on the MV, they're going to be in the fight for the podium potentially this weekend. Donington's always been a track that produced close racing. You tend to see the battle for first and second only being separated by a second or so, and then the podium always quite close as well. So good to see Sykes under a lot of pressure here this weekend. Yeah, there you saw everybody come through the Melbourne Head. We were talking about close racing space. We've definitely seen some close moves through Melbourne throughout the years. Leon has them yet again, you know, in the British Championship. He loves a move up the inside there, so do watch for that one over the course of the weekend because Melbourne ending Goddard in the final corner always produces a fair bit of drama. Randy Krumnacker, he was up there last year in World Supersport here. Of course, Krumnacker has a bit of experience around Donington Park, but he was a Grand Prix rider back in the 125 Championship. So that was a bit of advantage, but you know, first time here on the Kawasaki, and that Chevy team are really hopeful that having Leon Haslam here will be able to help Krumnacker to make a bit of a step, you know, allow him to compare his data to somebody else, hopefully pick up a line or two, and you know, hopefully make him step forward. We've seen Krumnacker pretty steady in the points so far this year, but he's still, you know, getting up to where he was in Phillip Island and trying to the top 10. Yeah, the thing with Krumnacker is, as we saw last year, whenever he's got a barometer to compare himself, he needs to bump it out here in Supersport. He'd actually bring out an awful lot more from it. So maybe this weekend, having someone like Haslam there will make a difference. Also, having the rumours around the paddock with the top right, potentially moving up on that line. Haslam has also been linked with the kind of two-bike engine next year. Krumnacker is going to start being under a little bit of pressure there for driving next year. And again, maybe that spurs it on. And one rider that has been under pressure for the happening. It's a tough start to the year. Yes, yeah, it certainly has. He's been in the top 10 more or less every race. But this was a guy who we thought would be up there challenging for wins every race. It seems like that affiliate not really working for either him or Salvadori. We know how fast usually like even both MotoGP and past successes in World Superbike, even on that affiliate RSV tour. But the incarnation of that bike, with the Milwaukee team, the support they're getting or actually not getting, it's not really gelling. There is some light though. In Emerald Race 2, he did achieve his best result of the season so far with a 7th place you had told me that after 10 races in 2017, that Eugene Lappy's best result was 7th place, I probably would have slapped you. Well, this is the thing, the Aprilia team has been struggling all year, but in Imola, we did see Romano and the rest of the Italian big rigs all at that round, able to actually see just what the issues are, try and find a solution. But it's going to be a long road to get back to competitiveness. But I think even with a rider like Lappy, a rider that we know with and lots of success here in the past in World SBK, it's still that challenge. There's nowhere to hide for the team, though. They've got a good bike, a good rider, and it's just about trying to find a good solution of everything. But finding that setup has been an issue for them all year, finding the right balance. And you can see just on the timing screen, Leon Hamilton was the last cancelled just for going across the curves there and the bottom rest as well. So Hamilton in the first couple of minutes of the session pushed off and trying to set it. But right now we're probably about already a second off the pace of what we should expect to see in this session. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of jump there is in lap time from that new track start. But it is Jonathan Ray. He's currently leads the way with a 1:28.649, with 9/10 of a second ahead of teammate Sykes, and then Lowe's is third, and that 1.2 seconds back on Jonathan's best time. We have only had just over 6 minutes of this session gone, so there is still a long, long way to go, as everybody does. Do a bit of a shakedown, make sure that the bikes are all okay after being shipped up from MLI and just testing out that new track surface. And we'll watch it there. You can see a bit of the new surface there. The new surface is much darker than the old surface. You can see forwards just setting up. And we should just be able to there. That is where we should see a bit more of the new surface as well through the training curve. As we said, it is very bumpy, especially on the right hand there. So do watch that one when all these riders start pushing on a little bit. And you can see there how much the track falls away from turn one down to the old there, and then the hill there. We went for one little bit around the track, and definitely got quite a few undulations on it. Yeah, it certainly does, you know. Oh, and we do have Jonathan Ray, who's gone down. Is actually the first crash of the weekend for Jonathan Ray. First crash he's had in a while. There you can see his Alpha airbag has just gone off. I'm just trying to get that Kawasaki restart. There you can also see wearing a black armband with the number 69 on. It looks like he's gone off at turn 11. Melbourne Hairpin there. So might be a big crunch for him. But it's a good start to the weekend and not something we were expecting to see from Jonathan. Well, I think this season for Jonathan starts FP1 looks a little bit ragged, trying to find the right setting, but now he's just trying to see if that bike started. But we're 10 minutes into the session now. Jonathan's going to lose a fair bit of opening now just to try and get that bike. Let's see if there's any repair work to be done. But the first real sign of a mistake so far this season from Jonathan Ray. And now the key thing's going to be whether or not he's able to get back and get enough running in. You can see just the replay here to come out of the foggy S's down towards the Melbourne loop. And very easy just to loop the front end here. It's off camera, really slow corner, but you see Jonathan just is way too deep there. So maybe just again some sort of an issue there for Ray, because just way too fast on the way in. It's interesting to see the outboard shot of that. But his bike just digs in as well. So potentially another damage through the Kawasaki as well. But easy enough to make a mistake on the way into there. But interesting to see exactly what happened there, because it's a strange one to see Ray running just like that, and then something run back into the pit. Yeah, there you can see that Kev is long-term friend and assistant is there to help him out if he does need anything. Fine, so straight in the back of the van, not too on the drive from Melbourne back to the pit. So we should see Jonathan back in this session. We do watch Davies currently 50th session, 0.7 off Jonathan Ray. Liam Haslam who jumped up second place on a 3 riders in the 1:28. The 10th off Jonathan Ray's best time so far. Still very early days. Speed is going back to the more of that new dark tarmac that has been laying down. There's no signs of it today, but if it does rain, like saying Joe France on the wild card in World Tour, Guardian, British Championship, the people that if it rains, those new sections of track do not like it. So fingers crossed it can keep beautiful weather here on the park. Okay, you get a little bit sideways there. Which I love for the Melbourne Hairpin, just where we thought Jonathan Ray go down. Shaz does get on the power, and then Ward's got up the last point. A couple of different lines here for the same. Pretty big flashes there. Marco Milan and Leon Hazard probably one of the more famous coming together there. Yeah, one of those last corners which promotes a lot of things. It's a bit like what you see in the rest as well in the last corner there. But 17 one fair share of that clashes on the way to the corner as well. Sort of able to get through and then like lots of lines through, which is the case with a lot of the sections of the track here in Donington Park. He just coming on to the right here, it's a long double impact right hander, comes over fast on the way into the body entrance. The riders have to deal with that as well. Technical track, a challenging track, but one of the riders' preparation on don't forget towards the Melbourne Half-Gate. As you said, expect a lot of action there throughout the weekend. Michael Vandermark side is coming. Michael Vandermark.
So we're going to go off air. Apparently we've got 3 viewers. Okay. 2 viewers. That's better.
129.024. A few stories about himself yesterday. One